What does Daniel's end of the world prophecy and the prophecy concerning the Messiah's crucifixion have in common? Well, when Daniel did not understand God's end of the world prophetic vision, Angel Gabriel explained that Daniel could understand it if he understood a second prophecy first, a prophecy foretelling the future crucifixion of the Messiah. Gabriel explained, "O Daniel, understand the matter of the Messiah's crucifixion and consider the vision of the end of the world as you've already witnessed." Now, although Daniel still didn't get it, we can, because we live after the event of the crucifixion, whereas Daniel did not. In fact, Christ illustrated this point himself when he directed the apostles back to Daniel's end of the world prophecy in response to their question, "What shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" Now, since the crucifixion prophecy must be understood first, let's zero in on what it foretold. 70 weeks are determined or exist from the commandment to rebuild Jerusalem to the Messiah be cut off, crucified. In other words, the Messiah's crucifixion would take place 490 days after King Artaxerxes issued the decree to rebuild Jerusalem in 457 BC. But to set up the calculation, we need to understand the link between prophetic time and actual time, where one prophetic day equals one actual year for us. Numbers 4:34 and Ezekiel 4:6 clearly depict this. Knowing this, we can convert the 490 prophetic days into 490 actual years. For 70 weeks times 7 days in a week equals 490 days. Therefore, 490 actual years exist from the commandment to rebuild Jerusalem in 457 BC until the Messiah be cut off, crucified. Of course, let's not forget that unlike the number line, which has a 0, the timeline does not have a year 0. So there's going to be 456 actual years between 457 BC and 1 AD. This results in the following prophetic calculation. So 490 total years minus 456 BC years equals 34 AD. In 34 AD, Christ would have been 33 years old when cut off, crucified, as seen in this table. Note that the timeline goes from 2 BC to 1 BC to 1 AD. There is no year 0. And in 1 AD, Christ would have been 0 years old. In 2 AD, he would have been 1. And in 3 AD, he would have been 2. And so on. Until you get to 34 AD, when Christ would have been 33 years old, and that was his age when he was crucified. What an incredible and accurate prophecy, fulfilled exactly as foretold.